Oh my. I'll be real with y'all. I've been genuinely today on the verge. I thought for a while to actually not stream today because also it would give me a moment to rest a little bit, but I didn't want it to miss on it, so yeah. Mm, I'm not even going to come up with like God knows how creative titles for this, just quick stream. Okay, so basically the thing is that actually tomorrow I have to wake up at 6:30. Which sucks. Also, too bad, and another late stream. But what can I do? What can I do? Fuck. I hate the fact that my freaking webcam dies on anything really. I can't even move it without like messing things up. Like straight up. And it's not even sake. Imagine you unplug things, right? You unplug the camera. You hear that it plugs itself in. You can hear it. And by the end of the day, no, it's not. It's not plugged in. Because it's not detectable by the software. And now it is. I swear to God, it's so infuriating. I hate it so much. Okay. There we go. Here I am. Let me plug my phone in. So basically I have to spend like a crap load of time in a different city because I have to go to the doctor's appointment to get papers that I can actually work again. You know, get everything done. I hate this. Literally, I'm receiving a document from the main doctor is, saying, hey, the thing that was preventing him from being able to work is no longer a problem. And it is actually inside of the freaking system. Like, it could be so much easier because the fact that I have to go and receive 2 permissions actually to be able to work is just a waste of time, straight up. Like, it makes absolutely not even a single sense. Not even a single logical sense whatsoever. Bro. I swear. My mouse is now messing up. I don't know. I'm a bit mad actually. Yeah, today is going to be very short stream. Anyway. Just because. Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure how many of you are even going to see that because YouTube tends to mess things up like this. Oh yeah, the system doesn't work at all. Like, what's the need to be diagnosed 2 times? Or like, if the doctor that actually was like taking care of me during the sick leave says that I can come back to work, why I just cannot why I can't really come back to work? Why? What's the trouble? I don't understand. Having to go to the doctor, taking the will to work. Yeah. Exactly. Nah, to be fair, I don't really want to, but finding a new job is a hell. If I would get like, you know, hey, if I would get like, I don't know, graphic designer job or something like that, finally, I wouldn't have any problems with that. Because, you know, I would just have to get off of the sick leave within the 2 weeks of my, you know, I may get a new job soon too. I see. How come? Something bad happened? Or you just have enough? Of course, if you can share something like that. I mean, the day we released plus demo day, okay. And I believe it wasn't desirable. Yeah, finding a new job is absolute hell, man. It's absolute hell. Nothing worked except our end, but literally everybody tries to pin it on us. I hate it. I hate when something like that happens. Like, to be fair, it really brings back the memories of those bad times at my work. Like, we tell them to keep up with something because otherwise nothing is going to work. They are not taking care of the things we've told them to take care of. And they say like, oh yeah, no, it's that team's issue, our team's. And like, bro, we've literally told you everything. Our team manager crashed out and started a shouting match, bro. Like, straight up, like, it's so irritating when you're forced to take strays for things you are not even responsible for. Like, like, your side of the job was done well, why it's your issue? But if we leave, they will go bankrupt in a week. True. I can assume that. Because, like, I can assume your team is the only table those ceramics are standing on, so to say. If you take away the table, all of them are going to fall to the ground and break. But straight up, man, straight up. That's so irritating. Our project managed by third person team is the whole income of the company. Bro. I can't believe that this is the case because other things they are trying to work on are just not working. Three devs, I see. Hi Skylar, got over here, how are you going? How's it going? Other team has 8 devs, tester, technical lead, etc. I haven't produced anything in 2 years besides excuses. Like, that thing kinda reminds me of something. There's a group of freshmen in our IT, right? So, genuinely, they were like, I don't know, interns, I guess? But they've got like 8 interns and nobody knew what they have to do. Like, nobody. And so IT team was just doing their own thing. What those interns were doing was just sitting for 8 hours, playing games, writing on Discord, and that was it. That was their entire day at the job. And nobody said anything, because we don't know what to do with them. I remember a time where it actually mattered to show like how our office is working. They've straight up like took in the... They've walked up to them and asked like, yeah, quick question. Can we throw them somewhere else just so, you know, we wouldn't have any issues when higher ups, you know, big deals are going to walk around our office and see those dudes playing games? Like, don't they have anything to do, to work on? Yeah, no, we don't have anything. Like, straight up, they had nothing for them to work on. So what they've done was throwing them into a closet. So they've spent, like, I think a week in a closet. They have literally no product, bro. But that team is the star team and the golden child. Everything is my team's fault. Always, technically, it's very rarely is. It gets blamed on us and silently fixed by other team on their end. What? Wait, but who is doing that? Like, who says that it's their team that fixes stuff? Don't the bosses have, like, don't the big shots have the view into who made the changes in files? That's so easily provable who actually made the changes. Also, today their problem got blamed on us in front of an audience. Yeah, no, I wouldn't take it. I would actually explain what happened. But also it kinda looks weird. You know, first, like, if someone is going to point out higher ups are not that technical people. That's even worse. Oh yeah, you've told me that the higher ups are kind of technologically behind 90s. Probably. Okay, I'm not going to say what I wanted to say because that might offend some people, because I know people that are not old and still like certain things, so I'm not going to assign it. Except the boss guy and big boss, but they are narcissistic a-holes and don't really tend to the company anymore. I see. So I would... To be fair, I would do like a petty revenge. I would do a petty revenge on them. But yeah, hey, how's other folks doing? Skylar, how was your day? And today a lot of people crashed out, bro. Hi Eric, got to here, how are you hoping is going? I almost died, but I realized I am title card invincible. Bro. Imagine. To be fair, I wouldn't be shocked about that. I'm not shocked. I would crash out too if in front of an audience someone would try to pin their mess ups on me. Actually, I've done it already at a certain point. Oh, believe me, we compiled a big 50 plus element list of all the things we were silent about, because we are not the finger pointing group here, despite the other party tries to switch that on us. Yeah, like, it almost happened. Like it was one of those situations that I kind of mentioned already. They've like ignored our callouts, things messed up, people started, like higher ups got interested and they've started to trying to point things out to us. And like I've literally like made several screenshots proving in the messages that I've informed them and that, you know, I just don't have things about it. Also yesterday I waited for Invincible. Didn't realize the season was over. Oh shoot. That's such a pain, Peckle. Also, for me, kind of... I don't know. I really want to... By the way, I finished writing... because I am writing the book again. I'm writing the book all over again, but this time properly. This time I'm going to spend more time on it. I'm actually planning on sitting down and maybe using Cursor to make the software for writing, just to help myself. Thought you iced that project. I'm still in the moment where I can do that, to be fair. I'm still in the moment where I can do this, because I'm just at the very beginning. It's not like I've done much. I've just wrote one sentence per each book. So that's that. Like, you know, a sentence to summarize the entire story of the book. So, you know, just so I wouldn't have any troubles later on. So I'm wondering... I'm still wondering, and I guess when I'm going to be tomorrow away from home, because I'll be for most of the day, I'll have to go to... I'll have to take the train. I have to wake up at 6:30 to take the train at 7:33. I'll have to... go... how is it called? I have to go to the different city. I have to take like 8 minutes to arrive at the thing. I'm creating a lot of small feature projects with Cursor and planning to build them together manually. I might actually do something about that. But I want to make the, you know, writing software that I was talking about. Battle system works great. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. For real. Created an alternate version. That's interesting. So basically, the writing software I'm talking about is actually 4v4 and looks like Darkest Dungeons. That's, to be fair, I would expect it to be like more of the like more problematic battle systems to actually pursue, because it's not only turn-based but also kind of like, you know, if I remember correctly, you get like cards to perform attacks. You have like side effects. Enemies can, you know, do some silly stuff. No cards? Okay. I don't remember actually, because I know that you had like a option to make different attacks, and I'm not sure what was causing those different attacks. Removed torch and stress mechanics. Oh yeah. Okay, so you've removed one of the more problematic mechanics. Because stress was doing like had like a lot of things running in the background, same with the torch. So like if your torch was running out at a certain point, you were for sure messed up by the monsters. Every character have a D&D style character sheet and multiple abilities which can offset one or more enemy or ally. Ah, that's the thing. Okay. I haven't played Darkest Dungeon, I just seen people play it and I have bad memory about this, but yeah. I remembered Stress, Death's Door and Torch systems, that's for sure. So tomorrow we might actually, the D&D stat influences the damage kill range though. That's good. So, to be fair, higher strength does more damage, higher dex hits more times, higher wisdom heals more. Oh. I mean, so it's like generally any stat-based game. Also, there's a crit and other stuff. Yeah. So basically, the software I want to do is like, you know, the way where you can just type in stuff is going to be saved. You can split projects into book, right? I want to make this some sort of like file or folder compiling stuff where you can make like, where it's just going to look like a book on a... Hold on. My mustache is itching. So making like a shelf where you're going to have your projects as books standing there, you know, made possibility to make like sticky notes, place descriptions, character descriptions, like everything would be like separated and segregated. And also when you are going to write something and you are going to write the name of the character, it's going to show the... it's going to like highlight like OneNote kinda. So also when you are going to have like... when you are going to write the name of the character and you are going to hover over it, it's going to show the profile of the character in summary. Like just personality or how the character looks like and stuff. It might be a bit more problematic to make. But yeah. Usually you don't really name characters twice, you know, with the same name, but if that would happen, probably it would... I want to make it just so it would allow you to also scroll left or right to pick the character. So genuinely, you would have like, you know, kind of a topology for the book with some additional systems and, you know, just to make things more clear for you to see. I want to release it. A guy on one of the projects used to build in AI that works similarly too. Huh. Wait, build in AI? What does that do? It's like OneNote, but can have reference and hover display and cool stuff. I see. Also some free requests from ChatGPT. So basically I want to keep it, you know, in a very simple way, also just so people I want to genuinely just post it on the on each as a software. I'm just wondering how I can make notes and possibly like, you know, sticky notes, and how I can make it just so the sticky notes can be lifted up a little bit just to see what's underneath them or something like that, because I want to actually make it like you're writing on in an actual book or something like that, like actual notepad. But it's just an animation probably. On the other hand, I can just make it just so it's, you know, going to disappear. It sounds complicated as a desktop app, yeah. I know. I want to keep it desktop though, because I'm a bit of a lazy potato and I really want my stuff on the desktop. Doable on web though, yeah. I could easily do it probably with some input option with and use Electron or something to make it into a desktop app. Now you make me interested. But the problem is that I would have to probably use freaking cursor. So that's the problem. Not sure if it's going to handle it. I think cursor can do that, I see. Let me check, alrighty. Meanwhile, Zaga actually completing the entire app while I'm just talking about it. I have a full body tracker Vero display app from yesterday. Are you serious? Can you actually send it to me so I could test it out tomorrow? Don't know if it works though, okay. I can test it out. If it's working, that's crazy. Because I have Unity, so it's built upon Unity, then I can still use it. Media pipe and VRM add-on. So I'll have to... I have Unity, I'll have to get media pipe and VRM add-ons. That's not an issue, I can download it even today, after the stream. I just have to wake up at 6. 6:30, so that's not an issue. I can sleep, for example, 30, like 60 hours, 6 hours. I've said 60. That's definitely not the amount of hours I want to sleep. Yeah. I'm wondering if I should also tomorrow go to work, but then that would mean no stream throughout the entire day. But on the other hand, I would have to wake up at 5:30. I'll have to wake up at 6:30, go at 7:33 on my train, go to the other city to go to the doctor. I'm going to probably spend like an hour or two at the doctor, come back, so I'm going to be around 11 in home, and then I would have to be at around 16:30 or 17 ready to the job, so that leaves me absolutely nothing. So I'm probably going to request a day off on demand. So I'm not willing to be awake for almost 24 hours actually, because I would have to be fair, go to the freaking, I would come back at around like what, 5 at home, or even 5:30, maybe 6, depends if I would have overtime or not. So that's an issue, that's a pain pickle. Although it kind of sucks because usually I would have to do that on the other hand, but I've received the, you know, the possibility to work. I would have to receive possibility to work. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I've received possibility to work from my psychiatrist today. I've made the calls. To my job, I've received the, you know, possibility to make an appointment for the, you know, warp doctor. I don't know how it's called in English. I've checked it several times, but I can't remember that for the love of me. But yeah. And generally I would have to spend like as much, I would have to do it as fast as possible. So like kind of the work doctor, like, you know, kind of put the blame on me, but I mean it's kind of blame on my side, I don't know. I wanted to try out first because troubleshooting can be difficult, and I still have the cursor Kamvas. I mean, if you have, I mean, I can just test it out. If you have possibility to test it out, you can do it. But I can test it out for you and say like what seems to be an issue or something like that. Like explain it from the, you know, from the other hand. I'm not sure how well you will do with my explanations to try to correct the issue. I might be a bit problematic to communicate on those issues, on terms of issues, so I guess you're going to be better off just best to see in debug. Yeah, exactly. That might be like the better choice instead of just hearing, it doesn't work. I don't know why, it just doesn't work. Bro, imagine. Yeah, in the end, I'm just stagnating right now. I've finished those sentences and I had no idea what to perform on, and I still have no idea where I want to go with it. By the way, we are still drawing Zen, if someone didn't remember what we are doing. I'm still drawing Zen. It's like, I know that it's going to suck to work on something else. That's why I'm drawing her, because I don't mind how fast I'm going to release her. It's like an illustration that I'm doing either in my free time when I can focus on anything else, or illustration that I can just work on off stream and on stream. No matter what, it's still getting recorded as a speed paint, so that's good. Also, I'm waiting because I've managed to send posts to a couple people on r/Starwing Artists. So we'll see. I've noticed one thing, there's a lot of corn there. Like, there's a lot of people either asking for some corn or advertising that they can draw corn. Which is kind of weird. I don't feel good with it. Well, I mean, the name is, you know, its own thing. A lot of people are going to draw corn because a lot of people are going to order it anyway. I'm slowly getting myself into the, you know, ideology, how to properly, you know, perform. Furries are rich. True, I have no idea where they are getting the money from. I feel like all of the furries that we see, like most of them, are like some popular YouTubers and we just don't know. Like, I can imagine, like, I don't know, for example, Pokimane being like secretly a furry. Or like Elon Musk, just imagine. Like, straight up, they have so much money that I don't even get any idea where and how they are getting it. Probably robbing banks. This is funny, at least. I was wondering about making an artwork and trying to sell it to a billionaire or something like that. Imagine we are going to make on a stream a artwork and I'm going to just write, I don't know, to Bill Gates, Elon Musk or other billionaires, asking if they want to buy my artwork. I refuse to believe that most furries aren't some kind of engineers. I mean, I've heard that most of the furry community is engineer. All of them actually say that they're engineers, like either some sort of scientists, like you know, nuclear physicists, or some other stuff. Engineers, like generally like people that you wouldn't really just sit down and ponder if they would be furries or not. You don't really expect their jobs. Catline did the thing where she sends fan art to rich people but nobody paid. Yeah, I don't want to make a fan art. I want to make like an actual artwork, like, you know, for example, a digital, like realism, you know, like Renaissance kind of thing, like a, I don't know, like a portrait looking thing or something like that, but not necessarily theirs. I want to just make an artwork that would be kind of like in what people would buy in the old times, in like exactly Renaissance or in Leonardo da Vinci's times and Michelangelo Buonarroti's times, etc. It's like genuinely just a, you know, fine art. Because I haven't really touched that, I need the artworks for portfolio because soon they are opening the doors to start apply and I want to apply again. I want to actually apply to become an architect. I want to apply for a graphic design again. I want to apply for psychiatry. I want to apply for that, you know, police, psychologist, criminology and stuff. just, you know, kind of trying to figure stuff out. Trying to this time apply for anything and see who would want me. It's going to be such a pain if nobody would want me. I'm hoping to become an architect. Architecture sounds fine. It sounds cool. But I've heard that it's also problematic, but actually architects are well-paid jobs that you can get quite quickly. Especially right after university. Because I've heard that they are just taking them really quickly. Like, taking freshmen really quickly. We will see. I kind of fear that when I'm going to have my job and the school, I'm going to struggle with streaming, but who cares? I'm going to for sure do everything to have time for streaming. That's for sure. I'm not going to just drop it because school or something. I've went through the freaking school without having to learn, and actually by the end of everything, I've had really good grades, so that's done. Generally, like, throughout my entire school, I haven't really done any homework or anything like that. Of course, on university, probably it's going to be a bit different because that's going to matter. Like, straight up. Everything else didn't really matter. I have to make scans of so many documents. I hate paperwork. I'm an awkward guy. I am. Imagine actually having a software that doesn't require any bodysuit or anything like that. A software that would genuinely do full body tracking. I think it's already there. I think you can already have it in freaking VR chat or something like that. That you just need a webcam and that's it. I'm not sure about that. I've just seen people talking about it. It uses VR headsets. I see. I don't really want to take a VR headset because if I'm going to wear one, I'm going to probably trip and die. I don't have space for VR headset at all. But like, I want to have the possibility that when I'm going to do, like, you know, a wave or when I'm going to gesticulate, I want Davis to actually gesticulate too. Because that's going to make sense that I'm not drawing. Because, like, sometimes when I'm on a yapper rant, or yapping session, I'm starting to gesticulate a lot and I'm not drawing because of that, but all of you don't know that I'm gesticulating really strongly because I don't have the... I actually don't have the hand cam, right? I don't have possibility to show my hands. To be fair, you could see how I was gesticulating when talking during the Pokemon unpacking. And it doesn't really change. I don't know why. I know that I'm not IRL streamer. I have a Vtuber that doesn't move hands, but I still have this thing in my brain that is making me to, you know, is genuinely making me to gesticulate a lot. But for example, when I'm going to get up, I also want Davis to kind of rise from the chair. I also want the entire model to be visible, you know. I want to have finally a little bit more, because when I'm going to finally have the version 2.0 of my model, I'm going to have the like additional animations, right? Like, for example, Davis is going to turn in, you know, have an overdrive. Do you have enough room in your room? Zega, I live in 2 meters squared. Literally, my entire room is a cube. It's 2 meters by 2 meters by 2 meters. That's straight up a cube, just a cube. And I only have as much space for myself. So when I'm standing right in the middle of my room, I'm just surrounded by things. So that's that. Tomorrow we might actually have wait, what's tomorrow? Friday. Yeah. So on Friday I'm going to have that thing. I'm going to take the time off, but I'm also working Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday is going to be a bit different. Because I'm going to have the night shift. All my other virus disabled Node.js. Bro. I actually don't have like a typical antivirus. I have only the Windows thing. I've heard that it's enough. These bots have an aneurysm too. Bro, something broke. By the way, I've seen a new drama unveiling on Twitch. Apparently there was a girl that was view botting for 20 viewers. I mean, to be fair, for example, like, here's the thing. I've seen people doing view botting 20 viewers, yeah. She was view botting for only 20 viewers. And people are... Did anybody care? Yes. Yes, people cared a lot. They called her out, they were... there's a huge drama going on right now about it. Because she was view botting. And that's the entire thing. And to be fair, it kinda is worth actually attention. I wouldn't really view bot. Like, why? Because it's view botting, it's illegal on Twitch. Like, you are going to have your... you should have by the rules. Why is it a drama? Because I think Twitch didn't do anything and she's saying that she didn't. So she's lying. Why 20 viewers? Nobody knows. Even dude that was covering the drama said, like, it's so weird that she was viewbotting for only 20 viewers, because if you're viewbotting you should at least just go for it, right? But I guess she was doing that to like boost her viewer count, just to maybe stay affiliated or stay partnered with Twitch. By the way, we are so close to affiliated on Twitch. We're so close. I mean, not anybody can view bot for free now that cursor exists, yeah. True. Let me check. We have 1.2 average viewers while we need 3. So we are getting there. We are getting there. I'm happy that we're getting there. I wish we could get affiliate on Twitch, because then we are getting like more stuff. We are getting points, for example. That's actually the only thing I care about. I don't want the freaking ads. I don't want it. Bobber emote, yes. Exactly, I want emotes, and the only thing I care about from Twitch affiliate program is having freaking points that I can use for better like connection with y'all. And I don't have ads on Twitch anyways, true. To be fair, I'm going to be in the moment where Twitch is going to try to force my channel to have ads, because that happens. The moment you are hitting certain level of viewers, your channel gets forced to that. I would probably say like, hey, are you tired of ads? Get Brave Browser. It's going to take care of them for you. I don't think if I would be able to actually promote it properly, because that might be an issue. but for sure I would talk about it on Discord. It's just money, yeah. I mean, here's the thing, I know that the moment ads are hitting a lot of people, you're losing viewers. That's the issue. People don't like ads, neither do I. That's why I'm not watching ads. And I'm not shocked if someone would want to run away from ads, and if someone don't want to see them and don't want to support me this way, I can gladly just recommend them to use Brave browser just because I understand them. I don't watch ads personally. Why I would force people to do that too? To do that, right? It would be kind of a hypocrisy from my side if I would sit down and just, you know, accept the fact that people are getting forced to watch ads. There was a period when I haven't updated Brave. Really? I think I have automatic updates. Extrava, I've had an issue. Our ad was so disgusting. People popping stuff. Really? Seriously? That? No, imagine, people are going on YouTube and Twitch with food. They want to sit down and watch something to eat too. And now the question, is it actually good for those people to sit down and have like corn side ad or something like that? Like, I don't want to... Speaking of food... Also, there's a girl, I think I've talked about it, there's a girl on Tinder. We're so close. I mean, I'm getting really close to like ask her on a date. We'll see how that goes. Just a coffee. But yeah. You know, just to get to know each other a little bit better. I don't want to do any tricky stuff or any like one night stands or what, however people are calling that. I feel like one night stands are kind of disgusting. Like, if you're so horny, why not just, you know, doing that without the other person. Oh well, I don't think I can pursue this topic on streams, on YouTube. On Twitch probably I could, and I would have no repercussions because of that, but not on YouTube. YouTube is going to cut my reaching for that. or even ban me. I mean, yeah. Also, like, more and more people are getting more and more angry at Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Shadows. This is crazy. Today more things. What topic? One night stands. Because like, for me those are kind of disgusting. But again, I have kind of a childlike perspective on those things. I hear they sell some nice ones in IKEA. Yeah, exactly. I have actually a really good nightstand, but it's not necessarily from IKEA, it's from like different thing, a Polish company. I don't think I have anything from IKEA now. Do I have anything from IKEA? No, I don't. Actually, I don't have furnitures from IKEA, but I'm wondering, I want, oh no. I have my wardrobe from IKEA. That's the only furniture from there that I have. IKEA, please sponsor me. send me furnitures. I have everything from IKEA and that crap breaks. To be fair, I can't say it. Maybe it's like, I'm not sure what it might be, but for me, nothing breaks from IKEA. We have some furnitures from there. In-house in general, I just don't have those I don't have much furnitures in my room, exactly. Because those are like, you know, for example, my desk is already like... Where did I put my desk? It was still in technical college, which is crazy because I wasn't even working back then. I've joined 2016 because I finished in 2020 officially. Right? Yeah, I think so. PR ESC seems to be more durable. PR Hungarian quality brands, and those are expensive, but can survive a freaking nuke. Bro, I think same here. Like, my desk survived so much so far. Like, straight up, like, there's just... like, because it's a corner desk that goes like this, but this whole thing, like that, is an overhang. It's not supported by anything. And I'm like... around, like, slightly above 80 kilograms, right? And I was actually, like, really almost falling over that thing with my entire weight, and it was... and it didn't broke. Scandinavian people are not expecting us to dance on the furniture. I mean, yeah, but you can fall over. Like, I've actually almost fall over because I've tripped all over my chair. Again, only 2 meters cube of a room, so difficult to maneuver. But straight up, I've almost fell. I've literally fell with all those, like, slightly over 80 kilograms of my weight, and this overhang survived even though it wasn't supported by anything. This is crazy. My previous IKEA table broke under the weight of my computer. What? Oh, hell no. I mean, I haven't had anything like that happen to any IKEA furniture I've had. It wasn't that difficult to have it break. I mean, it wasn't that easy to make it break. They were quite durable. I'm not putting my computer on the ground, it gets dusty, yeah. But yeah, like... again, I it's a desktop and not a desk under. Yeah. I don't have much room on my desk to actually keep my PC, so it's like when you have a desk, there's like a slightly above thing. There's like a pocket, and that pocket is like genuinely just for the PC. But I still would prefer to have my PC on my desk, genuinely. It would be much easier to do stuff. And yeah, as you've mentioned, it would be it's like far better, less dusty, less problems with the dust and stuff. I think I can be awake till 2020, 22. It's 2026 now, so I can still stream for a little. I'm trying to figure out how much I would have to sleep 8 hours until 6:30, so that's that. And I can already assume that my sleeping schedule is going to be messed up again because of the work. Because I've had so much, but I have sleeping pills. And those sleeping pills are working. They're like cutting me off from surrounding. They are the good. Like and we are talking about like 30 minutes and I literally can't walk. That's how good those sleeping pills are. And I really needed them. And I don't know why I really require stronger meds than other people. Maybe it's because our meds are weak in general, but not even the normal, not even the normal thing that they are giving you into the, as the injections are working. They had to use chloroform to sedate me at the dentist office, which is weird because straight up, it's just not working. Like, they are giving you those injections and you should have like numbness in your mouth. I don't have that, even though they are giving me like a lot of that, right? Because I was given even like 4, right? 2 places in the upper jaw, 2 places in the bottom jaw, and I should actually not feel anything, but I'm still feeling that. I have no idea why it's not working for me. That sucks, man. And some of my friends are literally going to the dentist office. They are getting like 1 injection and they can't even stay awake. They do only 1 scan at a time at ours. Huh. I mean, yeah, they are usually like sedating the location, but it's still not working. It's not like they are sedating me entirely. But like, for example, when they are working on the left side, they're like sedating you on the left side, right? So they can even like sedate your upper jaw too, just because the pain can resonate between the jaws. But still, it's just not working. They like every single time they have to take me to a different level with this sedating. And like, they gave me the chloroform, and the doctor was expecting me to like blabber and not be capable to like think straight, but after the whole process I just stood up and I was all good. there was literally no issues with me. I wasn't blabbering, I wasn't high or anything like that. I just wasn't feeling pain, that's all. He looked at me like I'm a freaking alien or something. And I'm starting to feel like I am. To be fair, when I was at the MRI, they literally had to inject, like, so basically I had to have a contrast, right? Because I'm taking those with the contrasting material. And they can't, like, get the, you know, injection into my veins because they're breaking the moment the needle hits them. So every single time it's like in a very deep veins, and it's always at least second time. So that's also weird because like straight up no doctor can even. I was asking my doctor about like what might be causing that. Is it like genetic or something like that? And like that's my secret. I always sedate. I mean, if you come sedated to the job, they're just going to think you are going to have better days when you won't come sedated to the job, right? just going to think you are chill or something like that. Hi Muto, good to be here. How are you? Hope rain has gained. By the way, Zangam, because I think I believe you went for food, right? What did you order today? If you wanna share with class today. Could be better. How are you? Doing good. Burger and cherry coke. Cherry coke. I would kill for a cherry coke right now, but not like the new cherry coke, like 2010 cherry coke. That was the best one. I swear. I would kill for a cherry coke right now. Yo, tomorrow when I'm going to actually coming back from the thing, I'm going to buy myself a Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I'm going to buy myself a Dr. Pepper. I haven't had one for a while, so that'd be a good thing. Also had today 6 coffees. Surprisingly keeping track of that because I really want to drop it, but I am constantly going back. Cherry Coke is so good, yeah, probably the best one, especially to the hamburger. By the way, I'm kind of mad, but also I'm happy because I've opened packs in the after the opening Pokemon cards that we were doing the day before yesterday. We've had the thing going on. Like there were the codes, right? The code cards that were allowing me to also open the packs in the PTCGO. So, you know, the desktop app. So I've literally just sat down and I was opening those, and I've received so many full arts, and I've checked how much the physical cards were worth, and bro, I've literally got a freaking $500 card or something like that. And I was so mad. Like, imagine getting one in the app instead of the actual like physical media. I miss spending crypto on all kinds of stuff. Alright, because crypto went down the drain right now, right? It dropped in the value. Also, I've read that, but it has to go up another like 30% for it to worth, I see. I've read that actually Euro is going to be rising. Compared to PLN, by the way. I'm not sure if it's going to rise also compared to US dollar, but I'm just talking about the comparison to PLN. So genuinely, I've read that it's going to slowly start climbing up to the value of around 5 PLN per euro. And I'm thinking, like, do I want to actually start flowing some cash on PayPal and exchanging it into euro and wait for the time when it's going to actually reach the high values again? Because if it's going to reach 5 PLN, it's now 4 PLN. I can, like, you know, for each 100 PLN I'm going to get 10, right? Right? Yeah. For each 100 PLN I'm going to get additional 10 PLN after the exchanging it at the max value. But I'm really bad at those, and I'm going to probably sleep on the high part, and it's going to drop and I'm going to waste my money. This is like gambling. In 5 years it got 120% compared to my currency, so PLN getting more expensive here. I mean, PLN is getting more expensive actually. I don't know why. Where I don't see anything happening between like trading and stuff. It just grew bigger for a while, but it's dropping again. It's really fluctuating around the same price, to be fair. PLN is not really worth much, and I doubt it's going to come back to be worth anything, because I still remember times where PLN was quite high, to be fair. I have to admit, PLN was quite high at certain point. Because GBP, right, the pound, Great Britain pound was actually like at certain point I think like 450 or 5. Now I'm not sure how much it is, but it's around 6, I think. It's 501, okay, so it dropped. But at certain point it was like really darn high, but still the pound is high. It's one PLN above euro. Yeah, and it's climbing. Like it was 414 on 26th February, and today it's 419. Like yesterday it was also 419, but I see it's slightly climbing too, so it might actually get to 420 at certain point. So that kind of sucks because it's already rising. By the way, sorry that I'm talking about like capital and money and stuff. It's just I don't know why I have random fixations on stuff, and I really like numbers. And it's like one of those things. And also I'm trying to, you know, I have a fixation, like a sick fixation over saving, to the point where at times I wasn't even eating just because I wanted to save money. So I have to admit it's definitely a thing. I have a problem with that, and times I'm just starting to blabber about that because at times I don't know what I can talk about. So really sorry again. Feel free to give me a different topic. I will gladly change it because yeah, how much I can talk about it. Our generations are financially fucked anyways. True. I've heard that the newer generations actually are going to have way better with financial struggle. I mean that they are not going to really financially struggle that much because they're predicting that the currencies are going to merge at certain point. So Poland might actually accept euro as their currency. So that's that. I think they were recently. There were also like talking about that. So that's weird. Maybe it's not that bad idea to like keep some euros on your PayPal after time. There will be a fewer old people too. Yeah. So just because there will be demographic change too. Yeah. So basically, like, you know, pensions are going to be lower, so the taxes are going to be able to go lower, people are going to earn more, the holes in the financial holes are going to start actually get plugged. So, you know, a lot of situations the newer generations are going to have better actually than our generations. We have to pay all the baby boomers pensions, and there are a lot of them, like dangerously many. Yeah, true. And so many are going on the pensions. I've seen some people like over here. They are even getting like 13th pension. So like you have one pension per month. They are in the December they are receiving a 13th one. So they are getting 2 pensions that month. So they hold most of the real estate too, yeah, and that's why the prices are going up for those. So that's that. I mean, at certain point I might actually leave the day where all of that is going to get released, and I might actually, I'm 2000, so I can expect like a lot to happen throughout the entire millennium, because like the surprisingly life expectancy of mine might be actually finally above 100 years, so I might see a lot of stuff happening. I can imagine myself being old. Though, I mean, I'm already old, so that's that, but I'm a weird guy. I'm an awkward guy. I can't wait for Dandanan. Congrats for those who actually understood the joke, who caught up with the joke. But yeah, it's going to be a bit problematic anyway. I just want to have a normal life though. I don't want to worry about leaving. Prices go up, so people stop selling it because they want even more money and don't want to sell something which gets more value, and in time less and less people are willing to sell or sell it for high price. Yeah. At a certain point it's just going to be I mean, on the other hand, right now I've seen people like receiving housing from after their like grandmothers or their mothers, and they are, even though they have houses on their own, they're just holding those houses just because when their children are going to get older, they are going to be living there, and so every single person is doing that. So even if it starts to like, those are going to start going vacant because the people, like 1/3 of the flats are owned by real estate hoarder boomers, yeah. True. But they are not going to be released when they are going to die, so there's nothing to hope for. Because if there's a real estate hoarding boomer, there's going to be like there's going to be one guy that is going to accept it, after the boomer guy or gal, and they just going to, you know, pick stuff. Now the children will inherit and they will do the same. Yeah, exactly. They're just going to hoard the thing anyway. So the only thing is to probably build a new real estate, or I don't know, or look up when the country is going to, because like over here country owns some of the buildings and every now and then they auction them. So sometimes it's good to look out for the auction of the flats, and then you can buy them for quite a good price. Like not high at all. Because like those high prices are the high prices of people, of those real estate hoarders. And the country itself is selling them for the proper price. They have like people coming over, they are pricing everything. If there are like people, you know, if there are like furnitures, the furnitures get also added into the price. You know, it's just genuinely getting its own price and it's getting sold by it, but it's not like, you know, 500,000 PLN or 1,200,000 PLN, or something like that, like those boomers are doing. But for the same flats you can actually pay for like 300,000, 200,050. I mean 250,000, there you go. So like you can see a huge difference in pricing when you have the country selling the real estate and you know, landlords selling the real estate. That kind of sucks and hurts. But the new ones are really expensive too, so only the ones who already have a lot of wealth can afford it, yeah. 250k is really cheap. You can buy a full house, like one family, like whole freaking house, not even a flat, a whole house for that much. Like straight up. The thing is that it's in a village with like very few people. I could pay it from pocket, bro. Then you can freely just look around for housing in Poland and buy a house. Like straight up you can do it. But flats are more like 4-8 times that. To be fair, I could possibly find flat like this. I've seen flats for 250 or 300k PLN. Like straight up, not that long ago, like 2 weeks ago, I think I've seen a flat like this. It had access to, it even had access to stuff like freaking, you know, optic fiber and shit. Probably you would have to ask around, see for yourself, see how much would have to be done, see if there's no like loan taken for it, because of course if you buy the house that has loan on it, you inherit the loan. And usually it's like, for 400 you get an apartment where you share the WC with the whole floor, bro. Nah, it's not here. We are not getting that here anymore. Like older buildings that had it already got things corrected. Like we've had similar or rundown wet basements. Oh yeah, basements are messed up everywhere, even in new buildings. I don't know how they are managing to do it, but straight up the freaking how's it called? Straight up the freaking basements and attics too are like reeking of wetness and mold. Even right away when the buildings are done. I have no idea how they are managing to do that. Maybe they are spraying mold. It's so weird that it's happening. We got some nice ones, but they are expensive, yeah. But they are usually weird on paperwork, like accounted as bomb shelter or something. Bro, really? I mean, we've had some buildings like that. You can actually straight up buy a bomb shelter and live there. Like actual bomb shelter. There are people that are buying bomb shelters and flipping them as normal houses. They are adding electricity, they are plugging in electricity, getting internet there, heating, water. The thing is that you are just living underground, and probably the heating during the winter is really expensive because you have to do stuff, but like genuinely it's like living in the basement. And I've seen people do that. To be fair, I wouldn't mind living in a basement. I don't know. Like, my friends were like, what the heck are you talking about? But I mean, over these basement apartments are whole buildings which are survived World War carpet. Yeah. So you can kind of imagine how far this goes. Like literally I've seen guy that was making videos about how he's turning an actual bunker, you know, shelter into a house, and he literally was showing marks of flamethrower hitting the concrete. It has 150 centimeters thick walls, bro. That's actually crazy. I mean, that's the bomb shelter for you. That's a bomb shelter for you. I might need to go to sleep soon, actually. Yeah, it's 20:52. Okay, let's try to finish that leg at least. I hate it. I've talked about it. I don't like living on a clock. I have to check the I have to check a couple things after stream. They're 4 minutes behind. Alright, yeah. Nah, it's my PC. Today it's 4 minutes behind the actual clock. Let me check on my phone. 20:57, yeah. I'm 4 minutes behind. It happened. I know for sure it happened after Windows Update. By the way, after Windows Update, my clock broke, and I can't really set it back to normal time. I have no idea what's going on. My phone doesn't have any issues, but my PC actually has problems after the Windows Update. I am literally setting it to restart to the atomic clock, but it's literally not doing that. It's literally showing the same hour. It's still going. It's still 4 hours, 4 minutes behind. Something's 3 minutes behind, by the way, which is even crazier. Like, imagine it's a roulette. Are we going to have 4 minutes behind clock or 3 minutes behind clock? That's crazy. I hate the fact that I have to wake up so early tomorrow. Broke your BIOS clock, possibly. Which is even scarier because I don't like when things are breaking my BIOS. Because I know I won't be able to actually repair it. Just have to put the smoke back in it. Smoke? Yeah, probably. Yeah, PC runs on smoke. Instructions unclear, my house caught on fire. And smoke goes out, it stops working. Oh, no. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Never heard it before? No, never. It's the first time hearing that one. I was doing a lot of IT related jokes when I was younger. For example, after finishing a competition at the first place, I've looked at it and I was like, and I've received a pen drive, right? And I've took the, the prize, and I was like, thank you for memory. To be fair, I don't know why they are giving pen drives as the competition stuff. They could do better, I think. Like at least a keyboard or mouse would be cool. It's cheap, true. It's cheap. And actually everybody needs a pen drive every now and then. Although now I'm using only my hard drive and Google Drive. So yeah, I think I'm going to soon end the stream. Because this lag is going, this arm is going to be left, so I guess we can finish it next time, or I'm going to finish it on my own. We'll see. For sure I'm going to try and make a stream in the afternoon, but we'll see if I'm going to get time off or not. Because if I'm not going to receive a time off, I'm going to have to make a sleep. Okay. So for now, that's the line art. There's some stuff that still, I think, still requires some thickening or getting smaller, whatever, we'll see. It's all about analysis and stuff, so sooner or later we are going to have it. But yeah, folks, again, sorry for short stream, but for the past 2 days, so I mean today and yesterday, but you know, just have a little bit too much on my plate recently, and I just hate those things. But yeah, gotta fulfill stuff. So thanks Zega for being active channel on Twitch, thanks Skylar, Eric and Muto for being active channel on YouTube. As always folks, stay creative and I hope to see you all in next stream. Take care.